Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Preston here, and today this is another quick preview and prediction for this upcoming fight that's coming on tomorrow. Bkfc 46. This is our second Bkfc fight that we're going to be doing, and we're going to be hosting the Rico Franco versus Kaleb Harris welterweight fight. You know, I seen clips of these guys. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Yes, they're beatable in my opinion. Maybe they need to get a little more, probably like fights in the BKFC in my opinion. I think this is like Rico Franco's second fight in the BKFC. So yeah, that's something that's definitely good. And to look forward to. And stuff like that. And is it gonna be a good debut or a second fight for Rico Franco, or is it gonna be a step up for the Kaleb Harris? All right, so let's start off with Ricardo Franco. That's his full name, is Ricardo. All right, so Rico Franco comes into the fight with the record of 8 wins, 2 losses, 0 draws, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He does actually show his height nor his reach, which is kind of weird. But yeah, let's make this short. Next up, we got Kaleb Harris. Kaleb Harris comes into the fight with a record of 6 wins, 4 losses, 0 draws, 5 wins coming by way of knockout. So he's a knockout artist. He comes into the fight with a height of 6 foot and with the reach of 72.5 inches. But what I will say about this guy is that he did have 2 fights with Elvin Leon Brito, and he pretty much got beat both times, and they were both close fights, but Brito was just too aggressive for Kaleb Harris, so it ended up as Brito winning that fight, but Brito's good. Brito's good. But now let's get to what these fighters are good at, and at the end, my final prediction for this fight. So first up, we got Rico Franco. Rico Franco got good footwork and knows how to do the hit and not get hit tactic. Because he does really good at bouncing in and out. And that's kind of like what I'm saying right here is that Rico Franco is quick with this bouncing in and out to land shots. And he does it pretty quickly too. And stuff like that. And he uses that a lot for his advantage, and he beats a lot of opponents doing so. And he has a pretty good jab too, and he likes to actually use his jab quite often in the fight. He likes to pop out and try to tease people with his jab and stuff like that. It's a good tactic, a good tactic. And he also does good at confusing people with his punches, Because the thing is, he does this tactic where he kind of moves his hands around. He probably done it in one fight, but he would like move his hands around and would mix and would like kind of confuse you, so then he would land a shot. He does that, and he does that pretty well. He's extremely patient with his shots too. Is that he knows how to wait and then land his shots. But the thing is, what I like is that he waits, but he jabs though. He jabs, jabs. But he got a really, really precise jab. And stuff like that. And when Franco hurts you, he does really well at trying to close the show. Because that's the thing that like. Whenever he touches you, because the thing is, he has his style. His style isn't really to like hurt. Like yeah, he wants to hurt you, but more of his style is to try to outbox you and stuff like that and fight. From range. Occasionally come in, but but whenever he hurts you, he always puts the pressure on, and then he does really good at closing the show in end fights. But Franco, even though he has good footwork, he tends to lose balance when punching, And I see that in a lot in his fights, And his hands are a little low to me also. So, the thing is, Harris can easily check him, and stuff like that. And Franco might be a little too close to a fighter sometimes when he gets confident, and he'll leave his chin wide open. And if he gets hit directly on that chin, that's night for him. Next up, we got Kaleb Harris. Kaleb Harris is very accurate, mainly with the right hand. Good footwork, does good jabbing when Harris is thinking of an attack. Does good at backing people up with his punches. but does struggle sometimes at finding his proper distance, and struggles with, fighting people with pressure. For instance, against that Leon Brito dude, that's why he lost. He was boxing in that fight, but he's not really good at being forced to box, and stuff like that. Not being forced to box, excuse me, but being forced to, kind of bang, and stuff like that. Kaleb Harris's style of fighting is picking his shots from the outside and sticking out the jab and stuff like that. That's his way of how he fights, He doesn't like to fight aggressive, fights, and that's why, he has like 4 losses, and stuff like that, And he doesn't do that good at close distance fighting either. And that's what I mean by pressure, and stuff like that is that. But, like, it's kind of different because, like, if he's in mid range, it's like he'll get hit easily. It's like he has to be at far range, and stuff like that because I feel like the dude might not be I don't know if he's, like, he might, like, we'll see, but I don't know if the dude's like a strong believer in his chin, in my opinion. So you never know. And the thing is, Harris only does good at trying to box his way to a win. And with that type of mindset is not good because Harris isn't that good with his boxing against better fighters. Because whenever he goes against better fighters, he's really basic. He's a basic fighter, and stuff like that. So people can easily slip through his shots and just be the more aggressor in the fight. My final thoughts for this fight. This is going to be an interesting fight because both fighters have a style of picking their shots and boxing from the outside. And it really just depends on who comes more ready. Rico Franco, I think, will do very good at jabbing his way inside and showcase his speed and technique and try to fight more aggressive because Kaleb Harris doesn't like to fight rough and rugged fights and likes to just box from the outside. And that's when Rico is going to be the aggressor and make Harris go backwards. Kaleb Harris is going to do good at countering when Franco comes inside and to throw Harris's 1-2s. Because Harris, even though he has his flaws, he has a very, very precise 1-2, and that's the thing, and that's what he wins a lot of fights off of is a 1-2. And the thing, he throws a 1-2, moves out the way, and that's what Harris needs to do because Harris is not good at fighting up close. My final prediction for this fight. This is a tough prediction because both fighters pretty much have, the same style of boxing, from the outside. But I feel like the person who forces the other person backwards more will be the one who wins. And the person who presses the other person backwards would be Rico Franco, in my opinion, because he's the more aggressive fighter and throws more eye-catching shots, in my opinion, and has better inside fighting and not too bad at outside fighting either. So my final prediction will be Rico Franco by a split decision. It's going to be a war. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm Preston, and peace out.